Okay guys, we're back here at our Group 2 session with 18 drivers. I really hope out of the bottom of my heart that you can comment now, but if you can't, it is a law that is now in Belgium and the Netherlands with YouTube, and you have to say if your content you create is for children or adults, and I think because it's a gaming channel that they think it's for children, but I can't really change that at the moment.
I've had problems with that in Britain too. I think it's an all-round thing. But I can see we're ready to go.
Yeah, so we'll run it today with the children mode on, so you won't have the possibility to commentate on the stream, guys. But you're gonna see everything, and we're gonna still do our best to entertain you tonight, but you won't be able to chat on the stream.
If anyone wants to message me, who they can on PS messages, I'll try and keep an eye out on them. They're free to do so.
We're gonna be making sure that tomorrow we have sorted this out, guys. So for today, you won't be have the possibility to message. But we're going into the session at the moment.
I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about.
We'll have.
Is everyone ready up?
And the first question of today: is Tom gonna succeed in leaving the pit as first one?
My camera is focused on him. Let's see.
Me too. Is he gonna be able to do it as first?
I don't know what his usual time is.
He's a middle driver in GP4 last season.
Oh, I'm familiar. I meant how quickly can he get out on the track. I'm familiar with Shadow Britain, with Tom.
Here's a Mercedes leaving. There are some cars leaving. Tom, you have to be careful. Is he gonna get out as first or not?
He's got the Williams positioning advantage.
He is.
He's out.
He is out as first. He is the first man on track again.
If only we did bonus points for that. He'd be racking them up.
He will be world champion then, I guess. But we're gonna watch Shadow now making his first run-up lap to put a time lap in his Williams. I think he and James are gonna stay teammates next season and also gonna stay in the Williams. So that's a lovely story.
That'd be great. He's out on softs. Do you think that's the only way round here in qualifying?
You also can do mediums, but there's I think around a second between both tire compounds, so don't think it will. The best thing is to do it on softs, because softs yesterday they aren't good here.
No. I think, having said that though, some of the faster guys might fancy on the medium run. Some of the guys coming in from Prem.
Yeah, they're gonna some trying to do it or just doing one lap to see if their pace is good enough. But I don't think it's the right thing to do here, because yesterday we also did the race, of course, and the soft tires weren't better in the second part of the race than the mediums. But now we have Shadow Britain in the last
and it's only
corner.
a 25% race.
It is.
So soft medium. There's a few out. There's a couple on hards. Blood and Sand in the McLaren.
But we have Tom, the first one to be on a time lap.
We're on board with him.
Through.
Run through 2. You want to keep on the power as much as you can through 3. And it's a hard braking before trail through.
22.4.
Not a bad first sector.
Nicomania getting out of the way very well.
I think Tom was definitely one of the most improved drivers in the second half of GP4 last year.
Having a little bit of difficulties here.
Lost it a little bit there.
Yeah, it is a difficult corner.
Now this is the very much slower part of the lap. I'll try and ride that crest, then brake. You can't get on the power till a lot later than you think into that right-hander there. Then chicane.
You see, he has the most difficulties in Sector 3, and it is also the most difficult sector of the whole lap. He will set a time lap. What will it be? It is a 20.7 the lap. The others are gonna target. Who will be the next one? That it is. Oh, Fletcher is getting hauled up by McLaren, and I think it was Chris Can.
Oh, Chris Can's just gone a 19.9 on his mediums.
And Fletcher was faster on the soft tires, but he had hold
Fletcher's
up.
aborted and pitted.
Yeah.
Nocturne Ninja 22.2, guys still 22.5.
Felix goes a 119.8 on the mediums. That's a good lap. Next
That's
one too.
very fast.
Ooh, not bad, going 18.5. Next one across the line is Eric G. That's a new driver. What time can he set? It will be a good one. And 118.6. That's a decent lap. More than decent.
I've been trying to get into the low 18s. So anything into the 18s is fast.
Next one to cross the line is Chris in the Haas car.
I've got Nick Mania in the Ferrari. Did a 51.1 through sector 2. He's going to be fast. He's got a little wide into that sort of long right-hander.
Back into the pits. We have here Nicomania in the last part of the track. I think
that looked like a cut.
Yeah, it looked like a cut. That was a difficult last corner for him, but it's still a
pound of valid. And an 18.0.
That's a very good lap. GA Raikkonen still in their garage.
You think we'll see much faster than that? Who else are you looking out for? Raikkonen?
Looking forward to Gilles. I think Gilles will be the fastest man today. Maybe Raikkonen can give him a fight, because Raikkonen improved the last few races in GP1.
Yeah.
I think Locker Boy is on a time lap at the moment. He only managed a 142.6, so that was a banker lap. Now true.
All the guys who haven't set a time yet are still in the pits.
They are.
Which is a little odd.
To get the track a little bit warmer or something.
Want a clear circuit.
Yeah. Clarky 51.8 through sector 2. Lost it a little bit there on the exit. Went on the power a little bit too early.
He did a 42.6 his first lap, so something must have happened that first lap.
Yeah, I think he just tried to warm up his tires because he's on the mediums and did another lap for that. Oh, no. And he lost it totally. And
Sporting this one.
And we have now our
Energy
main
comes
contender.
in as well.
Gilles is out on track for his out lap. Just like Chris Fletcher, sorry. And GA2.
Everyone now back in the pits apart from Fletcher, Chris, GA and Gilles. And Adam, CL 154, but he's done 2 laps on those tyres. And he's 1.5 seconds off the pace in this one. I think he's coming in. So a little bit of a lull while we wait for some flying laps.
The first one to be on a time lap is Fletcher, the Mercedes driver.
Yeah, he's come around the final chicane. There he goes.
Ooh, that's a... Yeah,
oh no!
That's already a lap gone. That
could be 2 laps. That could be 2 laps gone.
Gilles now. He is the first one now to set a time of the second time runners. I think there will be quite a lot of traffic going out to the pits and going into their warm-up lap.
Good work from Fletcher to start the way.
He did. But that was something strange with Fletcher. Just like he looked to get the best exit he could to start his time lap, then he just lost it.
Don't know if he just didn't have the temp in the tyres, but he just lost it pretty much just under the on the throttle.
He did. What time can Gilles set?
21.7, that's a rapid first sector.
It is. The 93 car from Haas. Or will he contain his... I hope his story will be better this season than last season, because he was named the most unlucky driver of almost whole SFR last season.
The most unlucky?
Yeah. 50.8, wow. This is going to be I think this is a possible 116.
Current
If he
pole is
can-
118.0.
Yeah, that's gonna be blasted. Going maintain through the last sector.
Last sector was lovely.
Gilles is gonna put a 116, no, 117.3.
17.3.
His first attempt. GA next one to cross the line. The Toro Rosso. What time can he set? He isn't that fast at the moment. It's a 120.1, putting him into P8 at the moment. Well, Chris going a 117.7.
Oh,
The new driver. That will
yeah,
be
I
something
did do
to
some
watch.
practice. I did do some practice with him sometime last week. He's definitely, I think, a GP2 candidate.
Yeah, he
Maybe
is.
even Prem.
With that time,
17.7
he
is the
certainly
fast
is.
time.
So Comet now also on a new lap. The Ferrari driver.
Psychomic. 22.2 first sector. It's a little off the pace.
Yeah, he looks like he's struggling a little bit with the car or with his tires.
Iregje just started his lap as well. I'm watching for him. He did an 18.6 first lap. That's good enough for 5th at the moment. Oh, is that Festa? Just gone P4, 18.3.
Yeah, it is. Felix, what a lap. A 118.3, very well done for him. GP3
That's-
driver, I guess, last season. No, he was last season.
He was. I've raced with him. He's a tough competitor. Iregje coming up to sort of the tricky
Psychomic.
left-right.
At the last corner now. Don't think it will be a blasting time, but maybe he can improve himself. His time now is a 121.9. Now he will set a 119.8, so that 2 seconds.
2 seconds
Better.
in one lap.
119.8, put
Into
him into
ninth.
P9. And we still have
Fletcher.
Raikkonen and Fletcher in the pit.
Fletcher, I was just going to say Fletcher and Raikkonen's still in the pits. We've only got 7 minutes 40 to go.
We have gone Fletcher on the track once. Yeah, that didn't go very well.
I think I did see Raikkonen come out at one point, so I don't know what happened there. Iregje improves. 18.49 puts in P5.
Very well done. We have also Shadow on a time lap, but he already lost 1.5 tenths.
Oh, Nick Mania. Nick Mania's gone faster in sector 1.
Is he going? Nicomania,
Yeah.
can he be a contender for pole position or for the race win maybe this session?
Certainly if he's in amongst the first few rows. A long straight to start this track. You can certainly make up places in the first couple of corners. No, that one's gone.
He's going into the pits.
Yeah.
I think he lost it in the last sector because he was going quite slowly.
Back with Shadow Brett and I am now. He's sort of just ahead of Chris Can. I don't know if he's holding up Chris Can. Tom pits, as does Chris.
At the moment we don't have oh, we have GA is doing a timed lap. What can he said? He is improving a little bit. 119.9, putting him into P11.
I think anyone who breaks the 120 is a very solid lap time.
I think it is.
He has done 3 laps on those soft tyres though.
That's
and I would say, especially around Spain, that by far the most brutal track for its respective tyre compounds.
Gers is also on a timed lap at the moment. He's improving 5 tenths at the moment. But yeah, I think he lost too much time there.
He pulled out of it. I think most people back in the pits recharging for the final run with under 6 minutes to go.
We have our pole position at the moment, almost starting a new time lap, Gilles. Can he be the first one of testing that goes into the 1.16s? He's gonna try it. We're gonna follow him the whole lap. Last lap was a 117.3, but I think he still has some improvements possible. Hopefully no one will hold him up, because it's quite busy again. Yeah,
good work from Nick Mania's Ferrari.
Well.
He's out on medium.
Like yeah, Nick Mania's out on medium.
Trying to do there.
But he already set quite a fast time on soft, so
10th up in the first sector from Gil.
That is at the moment good enough.
He's already 4/10 ahead of the next driver.
That's
Could give him
very
an
much.
even bigger margin.
It looks like a very, very solid lap at the moment. Almost. Oh, what a beautiful corner that was. 50.6. He is 1.6 tenths up. What can he do? Through the last sector.
He's right on the edge here. A couple of times I thought it was a little.
He's
really
so
pushing
fast.
the limits. Tight around the chicane. That's a good line.
Can he improve his lap?
Throttle all the way.
What time will it be? Will it be a 116? No, it's a 117.1, an improvement of 1/10.
Chris behind him aborts the lap. In all that excitement, we missed Clarky Boy. 18-0 up into third.
Clarky, very well done. We also have Energy Dan at the moment on a time lap. He's in P9 at the moment. That's good for him. That's very good for him. 119.4.
19.4 is very good. He's pulled out of it. He's 2.5 seconds down.
Yeah, he is.
He did that the last lap.
Adam
Fresh
is on
sauce
a
for,
time lap.
I'd look at Adam CL 154. Oh, Adam CL 154. He did a 51.9 through the first 2 sectors.
Yeah, but he is also letting it go.
He has.
Blue Dan Sand is a little bit up on his time. Maybe he can improve on his time. As the last drivers are now preparing to get their final attempt.
Raikkonen's still sitting in the pits.
He is. We have
Fletcher
3
coming
minutes
out on
remaining.
mediums. I think you need to sort of be starting your outlap if you want to get one more run.
I think if you are going out and 1:30, 1 minute 30, you still can do it, but if it's later then I think it's impossible to
Well,
still
yes,
do it.
I think if you want 2 goes at it, I think that window has gone.
Can Bloodsand better his time? Oh, he has a very difficult last sector here.
Keeping going. Currently a 19.6.
Can he improve it? He will improve it. It's 119.4.
19.4.
Put him into
I think he's
P10.
gone up 1 place into 10th. Kind of the bogey spot because you'd have to start on those
Shadow
tyres.
going back in. And we have now the drivers coming out. And Raikkonen is out. But we saw him doing this in the Premier Division last season too. Just going as
Leaving
last and then he take P2 or something. He has some crazy pace in that last lap. But it's such a hard thing to do. Because his lap has to count now.
I
You
always
can't
want to
afford
get
him.
at least. No, I always want to get at least 1 banker lap in.
Yeah, me too. That you have a time then and then you can push the limits, but he has to go full now. Not
But if
look
he's got
back
the pace.
on a time lap, one of the only ones. Okay, and he has gone a little bit too
Look
wide
at
on the
Fletcher's
grass.
time on mediums.
And he, wow, a 118.2 on mediums. That's a crazy lap. We have Chris Can on a time lap. He is not improving. Who is
GA
improving
going as well
their
now.
lap at the moment.
There's yellow flags everywhere as people try and get out of the way. Adam's gone off and pulled aside.
We have Chris Can and the McLaren on a time lap. Can he improve? No, he's 1 second down to his time.
Down.
Adam is also down. Bloodsand also. I think Psychomich is the first one then to start a final lap. Oh, GA is. He is a little bit improving. You know, in the sector 2. Taro also driver. In P14 at the moment.
I'm following
He is
Geisel in the
4
Red
tenths
Bull.
up on his time. This could be possibly a P10 maybe. If he can have a good last sector.
No improvement from Geisel in the Red Bull through 2 sectors. Back.
That's hard then for guys.
Psychomich 3/10 up almost through 2 sectors.
Can
It's very
GA improve
congested
his
there.
time? It will
Also
be a
119s.
19.3, putting him into P11 at the moment. Next one to cross the line is Psychomich.
Flat.
He is also improving on his lap. But he has to get a lot of time if he really wants to improve a position. He's gonna improve his lap probably, but is he also gonna get up on the standings? 1:19.5 stays P14.
Can I just say in the halves, Chris 2/10 up on his previous best. Now 3/10 through the second sector.
And Raikkonen did a mistake and is now gonna start P18.
With no lap time. Unbelievable.
And he is crashing
He's
himself
gonna have
out.
to fight through the field.
He has. Gilles is just a little bit slower than his fastest.
Watch out for Chris in the halves.
Gilles is improving his time. At the moment he is almost in a 1:16. Can he do it?
17.3.
Chris with a 17.3 didn't manage to get pole position here, but it's a good lap.
Two halves is looking strong.
It is, but can Gilles do the thing nobody did yesterday? Can he get himself into the 1.16s? We're gonna get the answer here. Taking some
slipstream
no! Ooh! 117.1 improving him a little bit. Clocky boy going 117.5.
75.
Then the last one to cross the line is Energy then, and he is going back into
a very
the
high
pits.
standard. Everyone's checkered flagged or in the pits, and that is qualifying.
We have 3 guys faster today than the pole time of yesterday. So we have a very good group. 117.1.
I think you've got those top 3, and then look how close it is behind that.
Yeah, the midfield is so close.
Half a second between 4th to 9th. Extraordinary.
And also half a second between 10th and 15th.
The 119s, yeah.
It's very close between everyone.
Do you think we'll see someone this week get into the 116s?
I think it's possible.
They say about track evolution, the track gets faster.
I think it's possible, but if Gilles managed 117.1, maybe 1 or 2 drivers really can go faster than him. So it will be difficult to get it to 116s, but like a medium pilot, I think it's possible. I think also Gilles did very well today because we have Gilles on pole position, we have Chris in P2, Clark in P3, Nicomania in P4, Fletcher in P5, very well done for our new drivers.
On mediums as well.
Yeah, that's an amazing time of Fletcher.
Watch
we have
for
Felix in
the
P6,
reverse strategy.
Eric in P7, Notluke back in P8, Kriska in P9, Adam in P10, GA in P11, Energy in P12, Blood Sand P13, Psychomage P14, Shadow in P15, Nadja in P16, Gers in P17, and there was a Finnish driver in P18, but I didn't saw his name, so sorry for that.
It was Raikkonen. We know it was Raikkonen.
It was Raikkonen. Of course it was Raikkonen. How can I?
I also think we've got a late comer who didn't quite make it for qualifying, but will be in the race. I think Need for Speed HW is going to be on the grid, and Jeremy Morris. So we're going to have a full 20 for the race.
That is amazing.
See if they can make their way through the field. Same for Raikkonen. Maybe he just wants a challenge out of these pre-season races.
That is possible, but we saw Raikkonen doing some crazy stuff in the second half of GP1 last season. So it's not because he is starting last. He still can get a podium position. I'm bloody sure of that. But he also has to get a little bit of luck then.
It's always the risk though when you leave it to the last minute.
It did.
In qualifying.
And this time it didn't went good for him. We have our formation lap starting now. The 2 Haases on the first one. Imagine this in real life.
Can I just point out, they joined the lobby early and were in separate teams. They were in separate teams different to the Haas. I think they've agreed to team up here. I think this is not a coincidence. But it's 2 Haases at the front.
It is, and we also have GME Morris and Need for Speed indeed joined to get it. Oh, and there's a crash on the formation lap.
Oh my god.
That's something you don't see that much. It was between GME Morris and Shadow. Also,
they're teammates. Jeremy Morris has taken the Williams. They're teammates.
They are. I think. Yeah. So maybe somebody late braking and then go into each other.
Anything that livens up a formation lap is good by me.
We have a gap of 5 seconds between Chris and Clarky, so Clarky has to go a little bit closer to Chris.
Meant to be 10 car lengths.
Yeah, and it's only getting bigger the gap. I think he is thinking that he is leading this formation lap. But we're gonna have two teammates. Will they get each other's lives hard? Because I don't think they will be teammates next season, so I just think it's
I
random,
think these races have to be every man for themselves.
Yeah, I think so.
But even their formation lap looks sort of in sync.
it's indeed, and then we have a massive gap. So, and look how many cars are already out of the formation lap.
Can I just say the top 10 have to start on the tyres they qualified on. In the
They
bottom
are.
10, we've got only 3 going for the softs. So a lot of reverse strategy could be on here, along with
think
Fletcher in 5th,
also-
who qualified on the mediums.
also
So watch
thought
out for the
the
reverse strategies.
Yeah, I also tried it last race, but it didn't went how I was hoping. The softs aren't really
think-
that good in the second part.
No, and I think you want the softs to traction on the line. But here we go. I'll leave it to you,
We
Senna.
have the green flag waving. We're waiting for the red light to go on. There they are. We have 5 red lights on. And we're off and we're racing here with Group 2 in Catalonia, Barcelona, the GP of Spain. And we have
there's
a
collision
crash
at the back, Toro
Toro.
Rosso gone.
We have Gio leading this race
GA
with
gone.
Chris in P2, Clarky P3. Fletcher lost the position to Nicomania. Nicomania, very well done, the Ferrari driver.
Anna Williams, Jamie Morris.
Jeremy Morris
I
and
think lost
Shadow.
it into GA. GA spinning, causing carnage in the back.
We have Energy Dan in P2.
Oh, Energy Dan.
Energy
He's
Dan.
gone. He's off.
He's gone. Oh, what happened there? I just switched him. And we also have Shadow that happened something with. And also Jeremy Morris.
I think
It was-
Shadow was caught up at the start, but Energy Dan I think lost it on the into 3. Didn't quite see what happened there.
We still have Gio leading this race in front of Chris and Clarky. Nicomania improved the position. Get it in front of Fletcher. Oh no, he just took his position back, I think. And look already. Where Raikkonen is.
Raikkonen
That's
already up to 9th.
unbelievable. He
So he's
just
made up-
improved 11 places in one lap. That's unbelievable pace of Raikkonen.
And he's not
He is-
finished.
He's very close now to overtaking
Going to
the.
take the Reggie on the inside.
He is, but he needs
I
some
think the
slipstream
softs have
for
the
it.
traction, but there's the slipstream.
I think this will be a close battle between the Mercedes and the Force India, or the Racing Point. I have to say, I always mess up. It's
I think the
unbelievable.
Reggie
But he did.
does the
get
smart
the
thing.
P8.
I don't think he's going to win that fight.
Wow. Raikkonen showing some amazing pace already.
He
Yeah,
would have
some
started 18th. That's
very-
10 places in one lap.
That's unbelievable. Now we have 3 guys in the pits. It's Morris, Shadow, and Adam. And it started with a collision between Morris and Shadow, and in the race it was just the same thing as in the formation lap.
I don't know if GA got away
He is
after he
still
span
driving.
fine and Energy Dan. Yeah, I thought they might be looking at a pit stop, but they've gone through. And then
Don't
the
think
3 in the
Energy Dan had
pits.
some. I just think he lost his back.
Yeah. Morris onto the mediums, Adam and Shadow onto the hards.
GA and Need for Speed fighting now. GA
That-
gets the P15 from Need for Speed.
16 laps on the mediums here, that's going to be
Well,
a...
Shadow is only now left the pits, so he is almost lapped already. He just is.
Gio with a 120.5.
I think he's 15 seconds ahead
Very
of
rapid lap.
Gilles now. So that's a
Gio
very
was-
unlucky testing race for him.
Very important thing for Gio is he's already got over a second
And
on
we have
Chris.
yellow as a sector 2, so I
Oh.
don't know what happened there. And Giammi Morris,
And Morris is gone.
retired.
Morris is gone.
And yeah, that's the same place where Energy Dan had lost his car. Not the testing race of Giammi Morris, let that be sure. And Gilles already having 1.5 seconds clear.
You want to get above a second round here. That
And
long straight.
Raikkonen is
DRS.
already in the DRS range of Luke. Unbelievable, what a pace he is having at the moment. And it's all in 1 second to P4 then. To P3. So if you look to that then, he also have the reverse strategy. There's a lot possible for Raikkonen in this race.
Oh, I think so. I think, like you said, a podium.
Can
I thought it was
Lutsen
possible
overtake
off.
Saikovic? No, he can't.
I thought a podium for Raikkonen was possible. Now I think it's probable, given that start. 10 places in the
is.
first lap. What a drive.
Unbelievable. Raikkonen having some amazing pace, and he is showing it. Closest battle at the moment is Nadja in P14, trying to overtake Ghez in P13. The Alfa Romeo
Raikkonen's
against
going to have
the
DRS on
Red
Luke
Bull.
Beck. But Luke Beck is in the DRS range of Felix Festa, so
Is
it's...
Raikkonen gonna try it? I don't think so. It's so far! Whoa! What a move of Raikkonen! He wants that. I don't think he wants a podium. I think he wants to win. If
I didn't
saw
think that move was on. But he made it work.
Kind of a drive bomb. So we maybe also have to say very well done, Luke Beck, to not crash there. But we have Raikkonen now in P7.
Already onto the back of Felix.
Yeah, Felix also doing an amazing job.
P6 is a very respectable
P6.
position.
That's very good from him.
But Raikkonen's going to get DRS after this right-hander.
Gonna get him very
Felix was a little bit in the dirt.
Yeah, but Felix has a better exit. But now he has the DRS. Raikkonen.
Not
Is he gonna
quite
try
long
it
enough
again?
straight.
Yes, he
Oh,
is.
he's got that.
Oh, Felix touches him. I don't think he has some damage.
No. It was a very slight hit.
And
we're
Nico
running
also
reduced.
very close to Clarky.
That
He
seems
will
to be
have
the
the
close battle
DRS.
at the front.
Oh, and Clarky
Grizzly.
lost it! Oh, what a move to avoid that.
No touch
But
there, just
now,
lost it all on his own.
Raikkonen. Is Raikkonen gonna get in P5 now? No, he's too far away. But that was a good move of Nico Meda to avoid contact there. Clarky lost on the exit of the last turn.
Clarky's dropped 2 places down to 5th, and he's going to have Raikkonen surely all
Saikovic
over him
fighting
very
with Blood
soon.
and Sand, and Blood and Sand getting into P11.
GA
Saikovic is having a difficult
going to pass Geisel into the first corner with
and
the
he
DRS.
did very well.
Easy move. The DRS so powerful down that long
It
straight.
is.
It's almost not worth defending.
But Ghez is also fighting back. Don't think he will let that position go that easily.
Geisel on the softs, GA on the mediums, but 4 laps, those softs maybe starting to lose their advantage.
I think around lap 5 that's the switching point.
Go back. Giles' lead keeps extending, it's nearly
Raikkonen
3
now.
seconds.
5/10 behind Clarky Boy.
This seems to be
Going to
the
watch.
story to watch at the minute. Raikkonen's progress through the field.
Raikkonen is unbelievably going fast at the moment. Raikkonen trying to have the better exit, and there's
we've
a
got
yellow
yellows in
flag in
2.
sector 2. Don't know what happened there.
No, might have just been an off.
But now
A
we
few
have the
into the
fight.
pits.
Raikkonen between Raikkonen and Clarky Boy.
Oh!
And Raikkonen. Whoa,
He's off the
that's
track.
a hard
There's a
fight.
touch.
That's hard. Oh,
2
that touch
touches.
again. Oh,
3.
no,
And he's off.
come on, Clarky Boy. I think Clarky Boy pushed off Raikkonen there. It wasn't a good move of Raikkonen going towards the inside of the turn there. I think he did that himself, but in the lab, what happened here, I think that was a mistake of Clarky Boy. He was next to his car. The Clarky Boy just didn't give him any space. And while we have yellow in sector 2 once again, I don't really see who. I think it's it's Tom.
There's some blue flags.
It's Tom for blue
Tom's
flags.
pulled over.
Yeah. Tom doing a
That's
good
the-
job with the blue
That's
flags.
the right thing to do.
But he will be so upset with that.
I think he's just got to keep his head down right now.
And we have 17 watchers at the moment. Thank you very much for all tuning in. Once again, you can't chat at the moment because something is wrong with the settings, and we're gonna change that towards tomorrow. While Nicomania is going into the pits just as Gilles. So at the moment Chris is leading this race in front of Fletcher. And Raikkonen is in P3, and Felix gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's not the best thing you can do. Not Luke Beck is going very close towards Energy Dan.
All the top guys.
On the hard tires.
4 stops here, Guil,
Chris
Nick, Clarkey, Fefster.
Well, we have a fight here in the midfield.
I don't think Chris was close enough for the undercut.
He isn't.
Oh no, this would be the overcut.
But we have Gers and Energy Dan. Energy Dan took that position very well. On the inside. Gers is having difficulties. Also Luke Beck is in front of him now.
Energy Dan avenging for his mistake in the similar part of the track.
And Clarkey and Nadja now
Oh, GA
fighting.
and Felix very close together.
We have seen some very close battles at the moment. Gilles already in front of Blood Sand.
This is what happens when the leaders make their pit stop. They want to try and find the gap, but I don't think they really have. Not Felix.
And if I look to the pace and the driving style of Blood and Sand, I should pit because he is really struggling with those soft tires.
I think 6 laps is plenty on the softs, especially if you qualified in the top 10. Chris is in.
Chris in the pits. Fletcher is still going because he has the reverse strategy, just as Raikkonen.
Raikkonen too. This is the important part of the race. How long can they keep these mediums going?
Well, we have yellow again in sector 2. Don't know if it's because blue flags. No, Need for Speed was off track.
He has fallen back. He's lost a lot of time. The time difference to Geisel's gone well up. So not overly sure what happened there. Zarek J goes past GA who pits.
Do we have a close fight at the moment? Psycho Mitch is very close to Chris, but I think Chris overtook him. Yeah, he did.
So everyone who started on the softs, I think, is now pitted. Apart from Need for Speed, who pits. So there you go.
Close out at the moment is Nicomania. Behind his teammate. 5-second penalty for Need for Speed.
Need for Speed. Speed's in the pit lane.
Oh, and almost a touch between Nicomania and Psychomich.
Or there's a run of sort of 5 in a row here. Nocturne Nadja through to Chris Can. All very close. 2 tenths, 9 tenths, 3 tenths a second. Oh, Nocturne Nadja's off. Off on the middle DRS straight. And there goes another one.
Oh, that's Nadja. And Eric.
They were all over the place. I think someone tried to take them on that right-hander before the DRS straight, which is just never, I don't think ever on because of the way you take the corner flat out.
Throw it on, Gilles.
Chris following Energy Dan very close. This is the closest battle. 3 tenths through the second corner. Dan got a bit of the dirt as Chris got the run to make a move on the outside.
Is Chris gonna try it? We have
yellows in sector 1.
That's
Blood and Sand. Blood and Sand going slowly.
Yellows in sector 2.
And now in 2.
Is someone having some problems, or is someone letting just cause through?
I don't know if it is the blue flags. It really could be the blue flags, because I think you'd see someone off if we had yellows.
Gilles around 10 seconds behind Raikkonen now.
I think you need
we have
somewhere in the
sector 3 now too. We have a fight between Clarkey and Psychomich. Psychomich was really struggling.
Psychomich has started on the mediums, or has done 8 laps on his mediums, so Clarkey boy fresher tyres.
Yeah, an easy move for Clarkey.
Down the inside.
Next fight.
I don't think there was even any defence on that from Psychomich.
Fight between Erich, Chris Can and Energy Dan. No one is really getting close enough.
No, this. Oh.
No. Chris Can thought about it. He was thinking.
He did. He was sort of half overlapping Energy Dan's car.
But it was a right decision to not make the move. But now he maybe can make the move. But still too far away.
No, I don't think those corners are the spot to do it.
Well, we also have Erich.
Oh, Blood and Sand.
Right
Blood and Sand's in the pits.
Energy Dan has the possibility to lose 2 positions. He is on 9-lap old medium, so he started on them.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not the
he
right
has
line from
difficulties.
Energy Dan.
He has difficulties. I think those tires are very much done.
But I think
Now,
when you have
Chris
a driver
can.
in front of you with difficulties, it throws you off your game as well.
Yeah, it
You
does.
don't know where they're going to go, you don't know what to do.
But do you think Erich and Chris can go towards the end with those tires? They're already 4-lap old and
Yeah,
still have to
I
go
think
a
they
lot
can.
of laps.
Energy Dan's going to have
Oh,
to...
and there's a touch.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a touch.
that was. You could see that
Now
coming.
this is... Yeah. Now this is where you want the traction, but Chris's exit's just not there. Energy Dan's was.
Yeah, now Erich
now
has
Reg J might have a
possibility
chance.
to overtake him. Raikkonen now the only one in the front that didn't pit it yet. We also have Energy Dan. All the rest has already pitted once.
Yeah, Fletcher's in. Fletcher's come in, he's put the softs on.
And where is he coming out?
He's on
I think
full attack.
P5.
He's behind Nick Mania, behind Chris.
Well, we have Yellow Sector 2. Need
Oh,
for Speed
HW
is
out.
out of this
Need for
race.
Speed.
I'm gonna watch on the car of Shadow if we can see something. It is in Sector 2, so I think he lost it at one of the most difficult corners of this circuit.
Yeah, this one's a very tricky one.
So easy to lose it there. Are we gonna see a car or something?
Because
here?
you wanna push full power, but eventually
We
it'll.
don't.
No.
Well, Shadow is like not look back to. And Raikkonen is in. So he will come out in P6, I think. Gilles has overtaken
Okay.
the
Chris
lead
goes
of this
by,
race
Nick
again.
goes by, Fletcher goes by. It's Clarky Boy coming down the straight now.
Raikkonen.
This could be close.
Yeah,
this
it's
could be
gonna
close.
be close. So Raikkonen lost a lot of time.
Raikkonen's got it.
He got it. But now Raikkonen still needs
That's
to
actually a
improve a
nice.
lot of time.
That's actually a nice gap for Raikkonen to come out in.
It is. So
Make up the
space
gap,
ahead,
then
some
look for the
space
moves.
behind. He has to improve now 5 seconds on his teammate Fletcher and Nicomania to still take a
I'd
podium.
watch out for Fletcher though at the moment. He's on softs compared to
He
Nick
is.
Mania's mediums. He's
Fletcher
got 2
is,
cards there he wants to get.
and
He
having
could be
amazing
looking at the
pace,
second place here.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Fletcher is a new driver, but he surely has I think the premier pace.
Well, you saw that qualifying lap on mediums, and the reverse strategy could be working.
Can he beat Nicomania? But the softs aren't this good anymore because it's already halfway the race.
Well, Nick Mania lost it a bit there.
Nicomania
I think
with
what's going to help Nick
difficulties.
Mania out is if he gets DRS of Chris.
Yeah, and he
Then
will
it's gonna
get
be a lot
DRS of
harder.
him.
He's right on the cutoff point. I'm not only
Yeah.
sure where the detector is.
I think he just will have it. Is the rear ring gonna get open? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But Fletcher with the
Fastest
fastest
lap.
lap. He has the pace to
19.8.
do it. Is he gonna try it? It's far. It's pretty far.
I don't think so. No.
No, it's too far.
He got a good exit there.
Yeah, but now he will have to
Bit too much curve.
lift a bit.
Running wide. Yeah. Psychomic
Bob
pits.
Sakomic is spitting again.
He started on the mediums.
Oh,
onto
yeah.
the softs.
Indeed.
So I don't think there's any more necessary pit stops. I think everyone
No,
could go to the
there
end.
isn't. Wow, and Fletcher taking some grass there.
Still on board with this. This is a 3-way fight for second, third, and fourth. And I tell you what, it's very soon, I think, going to be a 4-way fight. Raikkonen's taken a second.
Right
On that first lap.
And Need for Speed. Oh, he left. I think, yeah.
He left a
I'm
second.
sorry. It's always, if something appears at that type, you always have some.
Always jump on it.
Yeah, indeed. Well, we have
Yellow's
yellow
in
against
two.
Sector 2. I think
No
that
one
should
off.
also change the game. That if it's just because blue flags and someone is going
I
so
think, yeah.
we don't have to see the yellow flags then. But now he is very much closer on it. Fletcher really has the pace now. Nicomania has DRS once again. Now he's right behind him. But he is so little faster. Raikkonen with the fastest lap. Is Fletcher gonna try it? He is!
Nico does well to give him the space.
Yeah, they didn't crash because Nicomania. And Chris gets a 3-second time penalty. That's interesting.
That would cost him 2 places at the current moment.
It's
I'm
gonna
also
cost
forgetting
him.
this is only a 25% race.
Yeah, we only have
This
3
is
laps
crunch time.
remaining.
4 laps to go. 3-4 laps to go.
But if Raikkonen can come into the 3 seconds of Fletcher, he also will get his position.
I don't think anyone's taking that fastest lap. It just went down by about half a second for Raikkonen to a 19.2. I think the reverse strategy definitely helps setting the fastest lap on the softs laid on. The midfield behind these front guys, gaps seem to be set 6 seconds, 6 seconds, 6 seconds,
Yeah,
4
only
seconds.
a
Chris in
fight
9.
between Irich and
Iregje
Chris.
and Chris.
But it's not. It's like already a few laps on 5, 6 tenths. So it's not really that they are moving up.
No, I think these two guys are very much equal pace, equal tyres at the moment.
Fletcher wants to have that P2.
He's not going to have to overtake a DRS car this time. He's the only one in this battle with DRS.
Yeah, and now it's going to get very much
I don't
easier.
see the defence. Chris doesn't defend. No,
he knows what's going to happen. Now he has to try it and stays very close behind Fletcher. And try... Ooh, he is getting close. He's getting very close. Is he going to try it once again? He is late braking! That's a close one.
I don't think there was a touch. There was a lot of sort of slide.
There wasn't a touch,
Fletcher.
I think.
I don't think there was.
Fletcher
now should be able to get away.
4 laps old, softs. They're gonna fall away quite quickly. But it's also only 2 laps after this one.
The thing is, Chris has also got a 3-second penalty, so I don't...
He has.
Fletcher probably doesn't need to
Raikkonen also gets a
overly
3-second
do too much
penalty
damage.
now.
Oh.
And that is
I'm just looking at...
very unlucky. Because
I'm
he
just
has
looking at
only
the penalties.
1.8.
The penalties are Felix plus 5, and...
There aren't much.
That's it. Felix 5, and then 3 for Chris, 3 for Raikkonen.
And we have yellows in sector 3.
No, I think that's... I don't know.
Now, Chris. Chris is going very fast towards Fletcher. Is he gonna try it? He is gonna try it down the inside. But...
No.
Fletcher did that very well. But I think it's the point that the mediums are better again.
I think so.
Fletcher now. Can he do it again? No, he's not trying it. Who will get P2?
The thing about that first corner is, if you take the outside, then you've got the inside for 2. And I think Fletcher's happy to play that defensive strategy all day long.
Chris can.
He's finally made that move.
He did.
Iregje gets Chris.
Oh, and Chris taking... And Adam is out of this race.
Adam's gone.
In sector 1.
I think he lost it in the first corner. Shadow went up in the standings as he took the first corner.
But Chris has a 3-second time penalty, so Nicomania will probably take
3 seconds for Energy Dan. But he's 7 seconds behind Psychomich and 6 in front of GA. So that shouldn't change too much. And
Raikkonen, look what a race he had. He is now in the DRS
right into it now.
of Nicomania. Last lap, but him and Chris have got a 3-second time penalty. So that is gonna throw their podium away.
I think Raikkonen's set in 5th, then he's not gonna.
No, he's not
gonna make a move and 3 seconds. But Chris hunting Fletcher, Nicomania caught up in the middle. We could see some fighting on the last lap though.
This is a very strong show from Chris, a new driver, and he is showing that he has a lot of pace. Just as Fletcher, of course.
This could even be Prem style pace if you think.
I think they are both.
We expect the top 5 from each race into each division. They could be Prem guys.
I think the top 5 are Prem guys this race. Raikkonen is for sure. Gilles is, yeah, he's one of the fastest guys, so he is also. I think Fletcher, Chris, and Nicomania both all have the pace to get in that Premier Division. We're now gonna look to Gilles, who is gonna cross the line in a few seconds. An easy race for him.
I think very deserved win.
He did. He was the strongest man today, and he showed it. Gilles is gonna win the testing race here in Barcelona, Catalunya. He wins the Group 2 testing race. And we have Fletcher in P2 and Nicomania in P3. And I don't know what Raikkonen is doing. He's just Oh, he lost.
Oh
What
my
the
god, what the hell was that?
What the hell did Raikkonen did?
I didn't see why he lost the pace, but he looked like he just took
And he
Clarky
also,
out.
come on, he also took Felix out. What the hell did he do, mate? What the hell is he doing? He just went from hero to zero in a few seconds. I think he was the best driver today, and then he.
I'm speechless. I'm absolutely
Me too.
speechless.
He just ruined the race of Fester, Clarky, but also his own race. He went from P18 to P5, and then he just did that. I don't know why he went slow. I don't know if it was on purpose, but what he did then with Clarky and Felix, that's just unbelievable.
These guys are...
This race now ending in tragedy through that.
Raikkonen has officially finished 8th, but Felix and Clarky are not classifying, whereas DNF, so everyone's moving up.
Yeah, but that's
Energy down to 10th, Gio to 11th. I think the positions are almost irrelevant at this point, these later positions.
Irrelevant. I think the stewards really needs to look into this, because this is not the way how we won this. This is unbelievable, but not forget we had an amazing race today. We're not gonna speak about the endings, that's a thing for the admins. And we're not gonna say anything about it. We have Gilles winning this race.
I think we have to celebrate Gilles' win.
Yeah, it's
a great drive.
It's just like a Lewis Hamilton win. He just went
pretty much
pole position, not lost the lead for any second, only with his pit stop. Gilles won this race. Fletcher is in P2, Nicomania in P3, Chris in P4, and then, yeah, I don't know if it's much to say the other positions, because everything has changed. Us because I'm not gonna say.
I think the stewards should surely look at reinstating Felix and Clarky.
Yeah, they should, because this is unbelievable. But guys, I want to thank you to look to this testing race. We have seen an amazing race, and we have seen Gilles dominating Group 2. If you want to see if Gilles can do this once again in Great Britain, you have to watch next week. We are back tomorrow and Thursday with Group 3 and Group 4.
I'm driving tomorrow.
Yeah, if you want to see Hunter, tune in tomorrow, and we'll make sure that we have the chat available.
I'll put on a show. I'll put on a spectacle.
Ooh. I'm already hoping you do, mate. Guys, thank you much for watching, and we'll see you once again in another race. Thank you very much, and have a great evening.